Good day, folks. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today we have with us Umer Iqbal, and right now at Mill Pond Park. Yes,
right.
in Milton. It's a very nice park, and Umer wanted especially to have us come here and see the autumn colors. You can see a little bit of them in the setting sun. So anyway, without having me having to introduce Umar and tell his great story, we'll just hand it over to him to get started. Thank you so much, Umar, for joining us. So can you get started by telling us a little bit about yourself first?
Sure, Saad. Thanks for having me. I am a recent immigrant to Canada. Moved here around 2 years ago. Before that, I was in the Middle East. That's where I've spent most of my professional life. So I'm a computer systems engineer from GIK, from early education, and then did software development in the beginning with a Pakistani software firm, and then moved to the Middle East. And over there, I worked in professional services, so software implementations. Moved into project management, and then ended up leading a team of professional services consultants in one of the technology providers over there. I've been with the same company for almost a little over a decade now. It's a technology services provider. I've focused mostly on working with financial services institutions. And along the way, I also did my MBA while I was working. So it was an executive MBA program from the London Business School.
Nice.
that I did. Yeah, so around 3 years ago, decided to move to Canada. As luck would have it, we had an opportunity here with the same company here in Canada. As I said, it's a multinational, it's an American company, so they have an office over here. Was lucky enough to find an opportunity over here and joined them within the professional services organization. The role was, I think, a step down from what I had when I was in Dubai. But I took it. It was a win-win for both. The employer, the hiring manager, wanted someone with the skill set, somebody who knew the industry, the solutions, the company, the products. So they wanted someone who could hit the ground running. So I think that's what they gained. And for me, obviously, moving to a new country with so many things changing, having one less thing to worry about. Finding a job, I took it with both hands.
Yeah. So one thing that you mentioned, and it's a very common phenomenon about people taking one step below their position that they had to leave to. But in hindsight, what do you think that's the right thing, or you would recommend that, or like what's your take on that?
Yeah. So as I was saying, for me, moving from the Middle East to Canada, it's a big decision for the whole family, right? So there's a lot of anxiety, and if one can secure an opportunity before landing here, and with the comfort that it's the same company that you're working with. At least for my case, that's what happened. So it was a no-brainer. So even a step down at least gives you an opportunity to focus on your life, because so much is changing.
Yeah.
And that's what I opted for. But in the long run, once you move here, there are ample opportunities, especially for because of the proximity to the US. For multinational organizations, there are opportunities across US and Canada. So one just needs to continue performing, and you get chances to grow. And I was lucky enough to get a similar kind of an opportunity. So once I moved here, as I said, I moved to a program management role. Proved myself, delivered a few projects, built a good rapport with other departments, folks in other departments that I work with. Luckily, the customers said some good words about me after some implementations, and word spreads, and as opportunities come, you apply to them, and if you're lucky, you get the chance to grow in the organization.
I really like the idea as to how you placed it and positioned that when you move here, there's a lot of other things that you have to also take care of. So even if it is like one step down, it's kind of better for you, because a lot of people get challenged. Okay, why should I step down from my position that I was. So that's a good way to put it. So anyway, moving on with your current, how you moved up into the organization. I heard there's a recent promotion that you got. So you're in a good in a leadership position as well. What challenges you feel one faces, and how are you likely to overcome them for those people who are kind of moving up in the chain in their companies?
Yeah, well, for me, the way I look at it is, whenever you come to a new region or a new organization, the first thing that you need to convey to others is confidence and comfort that you know what you're doing, right? So for me, having spent some time in the company, I was confident that I'll be able to deliver. So other than the work itself, it's your relationships, it's how you deal with people, dealing with tricky situations, a normal whatever you do in a professional environment, but building relationships with people, not just within your organization, not within the small circle of people that you normally work with, but also your extended circle, and putting in extra effort to extend that circle within the company and with your customers.
Thank you. That's good. One closing comment, if you can provide, Umer, advice for any new immigrants when they land into Canada. What are the key points that you would want to highlight to them?
Yeah, so remember,
it's a very cliche question, but regardless.
No, it's okay. So remember why you're doing this. Situations can get overwhelming or challenging at times, but why you're doing this? For your family. More than anything, it's the attitude of how you approach life and the challenges that it throws in front of you. So surround yourself with positive people, and it starts with your home, with your spouse, with your kids. So you need to have that positivity within the home, and then try to share it with those around you.
Absolutely. Great advice, Umer. Thank you so much for taking the time out today. We'll also share your LinkedIn profile in the chat, in the video link below, and then if there's folks, they can reach out to you, right?
Definitely. Thank you.